Greetings, my name's Eddie. I'm the creator of CrawlerInnovations. Today I'm going to take a few moments and do a build breakdown on the Mini Clod. The Mini Clod is a custom build that many builders were a part of and was really made possible through the RC Crawler forum. To start with, let's see, I guess CrawlerInnovations acquired these parts in 2013, and at the time my life was pretty hectic and I didn't have the time or the interest at that moment really to get these builds tackled. So I contacted Shane Szczerba, who's a team driver for CrawlerInnovations, and asked him if he was interested in working on several builds, the Mini Clod being one of them, and he agreed to do so. So I shipped him up the parts and he assembled this thing at least to a slider, and when I got it back all it really needed was final assembly and electrical and wheels, tires, that sort of thing. So now that with that out of the way, I guess the next thing is the axles themselves. Tamiya designed the Tamiya Clodbuster in the mid-80s, and it was based around kind of the Bigfoot monster truck. I don't know if craze is the word, but it was what was popular certainly at that time. And Tamiya released the early Clodbuster with a Chevy body, a square Chevy pickup body, really cool body, and everything about it was big. So one of the things that Tamiya did was they actually put the electric motor on the axle. So you ended up having an electric motor for the front axle and an electric motor for the rear axle. And they could be operated independently if you had the dual ESCs and the right transmitter. But everything about them were big and plastic. Plastic gears, plastic housings that hang real low here. They get caught on rocks real easily. They also had these big giant C's for the steering knuckles and whatnot. So getting back to the RC Crawler forum, a member named Grizzly 4x4, who's out of Colorado, in 2000, I'm not sure what, I think it was 2009, maybe 2010. It was early on. It was a long time ago. He didn't make many of them, but he designed this kit. And what it is it's a machined aluminum locker that accepts axial SCX10 drivetrain. And along with the locker are custom machined tubes that fit, again, the SCX10 drivetrain components, as well as the Tamiya link stays, which bolt to the axle, and then your shocks and the links bolt to those. So that's unique to this build. And I don't know how many kits he made of those, but it wasn't a lot, because this, again, it was a private deal. This particular Mini Clod has the Vanquish Products Stage 1 kit on it, so it has the 8-degree kingpin inclination and the 0-degree steering acronym. That's in the front on the front axle. It also has the RC Bros knuckle weight system on the front. What other things are on this? See, in the back it's got the Stage 1 lockouts. All of the links are titanium, and they're all Vanquish Products 3/16 links. The top, now this isn't a unique top, and the story with the top goes like this. So in 2009, Jerry Justice, who is the creator of Death Metal Garage out of Missouri, his local rock crawling club, I guess one of the guys in his club had an idea to have Jerry build a topper that would work with comp trucks at the time. So back in 2009, and even today, everything's based off twin vertical plates. So you have two plates that give you all of your holes for the mounting of the links and the shocks, and so it's based off this. Well, at that time and in that era, everything was just really small and compact as far as it was more important for all-out performance than it was any scale realism. And when Proline released the C10 body that's here, it was for basically comp crawlers, And so this Jerry made this top that uses these Proline old C10 bodies. I don't know if I don't think they're produced anymore. But anyway, Jerry produced the first one for his local club member, and then Josh Steed, who is Harley Designs and works at Vanquish Products, he saw it, he wanted one, and him and Jerry are good buddies, so Jerry built him one. And well, the first guy wasn't too happy about it and decided to be a keyboard cowboy on RC Crawler. And I don't know all the details, and I don't care to, but I know enough that it was in a way to police their own. Josh and Jerry designed a third top that they made a complete car around and gave that away on the RC Crawler forum for free. And you had to be a member of the forum, and you had to write down a chassis design on a napkin in order to be entered. And that's essentially, I guess, where this original top design was designed. Either way, I don't know much about it, but this is one of the three, and it's been made made special from that story, as well as how it was built. You know, going back to the twin vertical plate design in the center here, this was made by a company called Rain RC, and in 2008 this TVP design, this chassis design, was the national championship. Just Zach used it and won the 2.2 Pro national champion in I think it was in Utah that year. So there's a lot of like unique and little parts on this that kind of add to the RC Crawler forum history. Moving on to the wheels and tires and foams. The wheels are 1-inch SLWs from Vanquish Products. They're no longer made, and I don't remember the number of this version, but this version is what they call remachined, where it's anodized black and then it's put back into the machine and respun so that the silver shines through. So that's the base of these wheels. And then on the outside, these are CrawlerInnovations wheel wideners for SLWs, and this was something I had made when I started my company early on, and I only had 3 sets of the 1/2-inch wide ones. And you know, with the SLWs, everything is flush to the face of the wheel, so in order to get a deep dish offset on the outside, you need a wheel widener. So that's where that came from. Going on, or moving on to the tires are RC 4-wheel drive, Mickey Thompson, Baja Claw, TTC, but they're the radial version, so the lugs aren't as big, and the overall tire carcass is soft, but it's a large tire. So again, the rim is 1 inch wide, the widener's 1/2 inch, so it's 1.5 inches wide wheel, and it's still got tire hanging over both sides. So the foams that are inside of this are 6.0 double deuce comp cut foams. The fronts are part number 1024 and the rears are 1025. And on top of that, to fill up this really wide tire, the lateral width, it has tuning discs. So that's CWR 3015, so CWR-3015 is the part number. The discs go on the outside, at least that's how I like to use them. You can put them on the inside, sometimes you might need to, especially if the tire is that big or if you've got any kind of slop, but generally speaking they go on the outside, and it's to basically make everything taut so that it's right, it's nice, it's tight, the tire and the foam track the wheel correctly. So that's what that's about. I'm not sure if I mentioned the shocks that are on this are from the Losi Comp Crawler, so they're threaded aluminum. The let's see, the motors are 55 turn hand wound Holmes Hobbies motors. The servo is a Tekin not a Tekin, golly, it's a high tech 5955. I don't know why I'm thinking Tekin. And the ESCs in this particular truck are Castle Creation, and they're Sidewinder micros that have been smashed, and that's just a slang term in the RC crawling community to say they've been decased and resoldered so that they're as small and as light as possible, so that they take up very little room. This also has a Castle Creations BEC in it, and it runs on a 3-cell LiPo. And when it ran, it was on a Futaba system, Futaba 4PK. The driver was painted by a local artist here in Tyler, Texas. The diamond plate that you see on here is from RC 4-wheel drive. The titanium links are from Vanquish Products. I think that pretty much covers the majority of the car, everything about it. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions, please list them below or contact us. Thanks. Have a great day.